And welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time in Sonic 6. Once again, this is the beginning of a stream, if you're watching this on YouTube. As far as improving our services, we are going to want to probably get high entertainment at some point. We're going to want to get the last shrine level at some point, so that's more knowledge. There's maybe an argument to actually get some elderly care, so we can do some of that. Well, that's a little bit lower priority. Benches, better torches, extravagant wells, and the final architecture upgrade. Yeah, a couple different things to do. Some medication we might be, if we're looking at our people, might be low on fish, apparently, for environment. We'll let some time pass. We've got a decent number of workers, so I could definitely set up some more fisheries if that continues being the case. Yeah, we definitely put some more fishery in to facilitate more growth. At the same time, we're saving up to improve hearths, was what we were working on, I think, when we left off. We have the first hearth done, first of 6 hearths. So that's cut stone and metal. May actually want to raise the metal import point. Find our importer and go like 1 tick higher. Actually, let's go quite a bit higher. That way we get a little bit more reliable of a metal import. It does look like food in theory is positive, but it's not going up very fast. And then, yeah, from an environment, our people do care about food, and apparently it was higher in the past, so that is a thing that is actively declining. So let's work to fix that. Partially by expanding fishing south and expanding fishing north. We'll do south first. Set the speed slow. We want to build another fishery. So we use the hotkey. How far south can I push? I can push it that far south. So we'll do that. Anyway, this will be a bunch of fishing in the long run, which is good. 20 fishermen. Good start. We will want a bit of storage. We do need storages. I think we'll probably go with a decently large one. They don't contribute too much to cost, so decently big. And then we'll need a decent number of auxiliaries. Use that corner down here for that. We'll stretch it down there, and that should be enough. Here we go. 1 short. We can do that with 1 bit for 1. There we go. So in theory, that should generate 109 fish. Let's get that built and queued, and that'll help with getting the fish going up. Cooling goes reasonably quickly, and we got a decent wood stockpile, so we should quickly be able to afford the wood. So it's just the workers dragging the wood to the location here. And again, we do more expansion southward, more expansion northward. We got quite a bit more fishing potential on that body of water. Do you have something that's hitting happiness specifically? Yeah, we're gonna invent dragging it down. Okay. I'm looking at the happiness for all the all the races that we're not using. I'm like, why are they not 100%? The answer is because we got a event causing negative 15%. Okay, so we got enough fulfillment. It's just we got a negative event kicked in right now. Okay. Should fix itself over time. Yeah, in theory we got another 100 food out of that. I could put more laborers in there to get more innovation if we needed it. Extreme temperatures, that's not actually a concern for our people. Our people like water, so water is the treatment for high temperatures. So our people are pretty resistant to that. We'll create another hearth. And then innovation-wise, could do more fishing improvement. The ROI on that is not high enough. Yeah, the ROI on that's not high enough. We're getting like 7 workers for 13. Which is partially to be expected. We got a couple different ones here that all work sort of the same way. We don't even have Globedine. Okay, that's another thing we could increase. Although we're not probably actually making enough food. Just the food shortage, specifically fish in storage. Yeah. Oh, bathhouse is really down. Legend with the bathhouse access. I think it needs coal. Are we having delivery issues with the coal? No. I don't think they need water. Like, people are using them, so their services are getting used. Overall access of your minions. Okay. I guess we just need to redesign the bathhouses at some point. They're very underperforming. Okay, let's turn the speed down. Let's try to redesign a bathhouse. Copy. New one. Brand new one. Let's put it up here on the river. It does need water access. This will, in theory, make this one work better. So basins, we got a couple different sizes. Go up to 10, the max size. Yeah, looks like 10 is the max size. Okay, let's just make this really big and we can shrink it in a bit. And then, so that's the basins, and we need enough benches. Okay, I need to put it a little bit farther off the wall if I want that to work with benches as such. Although apparently we don't need very many benches. Yeah, that would be enough. So if then we shrink this down, let's see if we can make this work. like that. Ah, okay. I see. Needs to be accessible from that side. Make it one taller. Want to go that way around. Might as well... Actually, let's go the other way around. And that would be enough support. Stick a couple supports in here. There we go. So that would work. In theory, that serves significantly more people. And this is on the river. So we'll see if this one works properly. It might also just be a situation of bathhouses take a lot of people that need to use them. And I might just not be providing enough baths. So right now, these baths only have 2 operators. See how many operators this bath takes. It might be a situation where baths are something you go big with. And I've been too small. In the meantime, we still got more hearth improvements to do. We have a little bit of export of livestock. Might be a situation where we just need a bigger export depot. Oop, that's an import depot. That's not going to help me look for what I'm looking for. Yeah, you're automated. No work within the radius. Okay, so you're having issues trying to find... Don't prioritize. Trying to find the livestock is what I think is going on there. So I'll tell you can pull from a couple different places. That overwrites the range on the pull. So I've got extra people there because I think we just need it. Get those moved a little bit faster. The other thing to check is what's the market for that? It might be that we've saturated the market. Here we go. No, that would be really hard to saturate an 8,000 market. Although it might be enough to drive the price down. Probably just delivery issues. And in fact, I think we're so backlogged, let's put everyone that can be assigned to the export depot on the export depot. And then do I have an export depot for furniture? Looks like I have one set up. It's probably a similar sort of thing going on with it, though. No work within radius, okay. There's currently 900 something items ready to be fetched, so it's definitely a situation of having issues trying to find the places within range to pull, I guess. Oh, first, where are you? You're there. You're there. Okay. So we could pull from there, but that doesn't seem like a safe place. I could probably pull from there, but that's probably in grab range already. So you could pull from there. Where's all my storage furniture? Is it just penny packed it out all over the place? It might just penny packed it out all over the place. I think you're 500. Yeah, I think there's little storages everywhere is what's going on. Yeah, you're 500. It's only like 4,000 storage. Okay. So we'll tell you that you can pull from this one over here because we know we've got lumber in the area. I apparently just need to build a warehouse over here. That's probably what we need to do. And we'll tell you can pull from over that one. Same sort of logic. Still feels like we could definitely do with more fish. Yeah, let's build another one of you. We'll put the game speed on slow while we're doing it. How far west can we go? We can go that far west. Okay. So that'll take another 19 fishermen. We'll need some storage. So you put the storage there. Oh, that's a lump of tiny little puddle there that's getting in the way. Okay. Okay, so you need that big. That gets 100%. There we go. We'll get that built. We got the workers for that. Not a problem. And then, how goes the hearths? Another upgrade. Okay, so the hearths are upgraded. And if we go look at the bathhouse. Okay, so it does take more workers. So in theory, this should be supporting 5 times more people. 4 times more people, and it's using less workers than that. So it's definitely a situation where going a little bigger is definitely helping with the capacity. It's still fully saturated, so apparently I'm just underestimating how much our people need to bathe. Although we have enough fulfillment, so there's actually an argument to lay off trying to increase fulfillment for a bit and instead try to improve the profitability a little bit of the realm. And or improve growth. So let's slow down a little bit. I want to do a copy and paste of our entire growing area here. Basically just double this. And then I want to do another copy and paste. Okay. I'd like a housing district to support that. Okay, looks like I should be able to get the food stalls. And then over here we've got apples. I should start harvesting the apples at some point and get a orchard going from booze. We do have a stone import issue. Although in theory it's being imported. So if anything, that's just more of an argument I need to figure out how to improve profitability. So I think it's a transition more to pots being sold. Pottery storage is actually a bit full. Workload's 54%, so I'm not entirely sure why you're struggling to get this exported, per se. Oh, I've got 2 pulls from the warehouse 11. That's not super sane, but set that one to a different one. I think those are the only 2 places we actually store pottery anywhere in the town. Yeah. Get a couple more workers here. We have it set to automate, but maybe don't trust how much its automation's working. And we can get a little bit more of the pottery out the door. Which then, in theory, builds more space for us to do conversion of clay to pots. Although, it seems like the clay is trending down. Although, the clay is trending down because I've got the... So you're the pots. Oh, you're the clay. We got clay set pretty high, so it must be production. Okay, so we probably want to increase clay production if we can. Another 10 on clay production. Another hatchery up and going. Actually, somewhat surprised how long it took for them to build those houses. Especially because they're not having to manage the upgrades so much there. Worker negative at the moment. Might want to tell the migration and can let a few more in. Yeah, so we definitely got plenty of food stall coverage. Maybe a slightly different argument on market coverage. Although this really needs to cover the housing, right? Yeah, maybe a different argument on the market coverage. You're running a little bit short there. Okay, we can do some quick upgrades on these houses. Like quite a few more people in. without any real major drawbacks. So let's go in, let's scale you up to 3,400. Oh, paper shortage. Why do I have a paper shortage? Oh, we don't actually store very much. That's probably what's going on there. Is the set on the storage isn't very high. And we just did a queue up that involves over 140 something paper. Yeah, that would do it. Oh, and you're at a pretty high level of degradation. Probably, where's our janitor? Do we have adequate janitor coverage? That's the carpenter, not the janitor. Here's the janitor. Yeah, my janitors might be a little saturated. The coverage is going to run out there. Okay, so let's grab another copy and paste the janitor down there. And I need to work on delivery efficacy as well. Looks like our janitors are falling behind. Apparently mostly on cut stone. So you need more cut stone here. One workaround for that is get a hauler set up to get it hauled down here. Yeah, so this is almost all cut stone that we're behind schedule on. A little bit of cloth here, so it might be worth getting some cloth as well. Hauled in. And that's all the cut stone, so that's where it needs to be hauled from. Yep, that's cut stone. This is fabric mostly, so there's actually an argument I should put the hauler for the fabric one over there. This is furniture and also looks like it might be gems. Furniture mostly. Down here, we're having cloth issues there as well. Okay, so I probably also need to raise the cloth production. Yeah, cloth is probably a little bit close to in equals out. Okay, so you need to grab cloth from one of our cloth sources. Yeah, you're the main cloth warehouse. That's probably where you want to grab from. And I probably need more cotton, more cloth production. Maybe we go with the rich soil over here and turn that into cloth. Farms are going to need more cotton. So we'll use mostly use the open space here. Cotton farming. The irrigation, because we're so close to the water here, is probably not super important, but we're going to get some irrigation in here anyway, just in case it is. Water canal. Canal's going to come off the back of you, so we'll run you down there. And then we are going to need a road. I'll be coming through the field here. So push a road down like so, and a road across like so. Okay. Be a bit of a minor road, but that'll be fine. And then we might end up turning this whole thing into cotton. I think we'll set up a weaver around here, a warehouse weaver. Yeah, it's probably what we're gonna need for storage, but. Well, that actually works pretty well. And then I think we need a couple ports near the middle here. We want a couple supports near the middle, but I think we need to go... something like that. So not on that one. We'll do something like that for the doors. And then I think we'll put the weavers across the street, and yeah, we're sort of impinging on some of the naturally occurring trees here. I think we are making enough wood for the moment, and we've got other natural forests, so I'm not too worried about that. Okay, let's see all of that come online. Hopefully if everything goes according to plan, the janitors will start to catch up after we've now taken some preemptive attempts to make sure that they get their resources. Let's copy this hauler, bring it down. This one. Yeah, it might be good to have one over here as well. You're specifically having a cloth problem, so I might as well bring a cloth one over before we chew ahead of building a second one. That's not a bad place for it. Slap it in there. Right next to the canal. Right next to all the labs, or old libraries. Yeah, I'm not so sure how much of this is inefficiency of delivery to the warehouse, or to the janitors, or just insufficient janitors. We do have a shortage of stone, and Kind of an impending shortage of cloth, so could potentially be both. It being too many janitors would or not enough janitors would kind of track with the fact that it's places where I don't, well, I got a lot of stuff and maybe not a lot of janitors, right? So we just basically double the janitors up in this region. And basically in this region. Although it's also very specific goods that are not being delivered, so it could be delivery of those goods. Of course, delivery of those goods, if that's the problem, is just going to cause me to require more janitors. If it's a delivery issue, not a production issue. Getting a decent stream of stone in. I'm tempted to decide if I need ever just a bigger one. Might just need a bigger one for the stone import. Is that reasonable for the livestock? Is that what I have the livestock set to? It's my livestock exporter. There. Yeah, that's about it. 650 in storage, and 7 something in storage, so that's doing a lot better than it used to. And we're out of pots. We're completely out of pots. That's making me think I set the pots wrong. Pot maker wrong. Yeah, makes me think I don't know enough pots being made. They're making 30 of them. So that's confusing. I'm not giving it to people, am I? Yeah, none of that's being served, so it's gotta be being consumed by maintenance or... Was the other workaround is just build more. Oh, the extra door is lower the insulation, that's fine. Some more guys are making pots. Democratic whispers. Weird political ideologies spread along the most educated subjects of democracy. We disappear their leader, which will probably cause something to go wrong. Focus them outward, or we can just ignore them. Ignore them. Other factions like us, but our own faction, our own people don't necessarily like us very much because they're thinking, "Hey, you're an autocrat. We'd like to have some voting rights." Yeah, I think I need a bigger stone importer. So I need to build another one of you, make it much bigger. Need stone to build my stone importer. Oh dear. I suppose there is another stone source on the map. It's real tiny. We might tap into it just because we're using so much stone. So you're gonna be like 5, we'll go pretty heavy here. 10 crates of fiber, 10 crates of cloth. These are another 12 here. I might save them for whatever we use the rest of the field for. And then I'm gonna need a person to make clothes, and we're gonna need more people to be fair. I have housing for another like 50. Oops. Don't do that. Okay. And then we probably want a weaver. Weaver over here as well. Let's copy that one. Got pretty decent space efficiency. Okay, so you're done. We're basically gonna have you importing stone. Actually, put the stone import level pretty high. Try to get the stone up 50% of stockpile. And then you, we're gonna set you to none. Rain again being an issue. Yeah, okay, so we got adequate moisture, just the thing of water running along the end. Oh, I don't need this many people here. Let's do the first upgrade at least, and crank the number of people down to like 8 to start with. 8's probably more than enough, till we expand that plumbing. Because it should be like 300 distance, which is more than we've got there. A little bit of rich in here. We'll probably farm all the till here. So that's probably as far as west as we're going to go. Still willing to jump the farmland. We can technically put some stuff in here. Or did I grab the upgrade for speakers? No. I think at the end of last stream, I grabbed an upgrade to remind myself which one we were upgrading, and then forgot which one that was. Hearths, obviously, but we did the first hearth, so I know that was one of them. What was the other one? Food stalls? Yeah. Or it was, we're done with little food stalls. Could probably do more housing already. Oh, actually, this area here, this is alluvium, with no, well, minimal native trees on it. So this is probably a place where we want to build up on top of in a way that isn't farming. That's where the ridge ends. There's actually a little bit more farm here. Oh, there's actually some nice wild fruit. You know what I should do? I should set up a forage job on the wild fruit so we can see where it is, so I don't accidentally build over the top of it. Yeah, I could build on the stone down here. It's not a lot of stone. Although with how many problems I'm having with stone imports, maybe it's worth doing anyway. Yeah, I think I just need that stone, and I need more workers. So we're gonna kind of try to hit both of those with the same hammer. Although the stone hammer is not gonna be as effective as the worker hammer. So mine, stone. Of course, we'll just take the whole stone deposit here. There we go. So that's the stone mine. It's going to take 43 workers. We'll happily supply those 43 workers. Well, eventually happily supply it. We might actually struggle a little bit right at the beginning. We're going to do a copy area, because we're going to need some housing over there. That before we improve it's going to be like 60 workers. Probably going to need a janitor down here. We'll check the janitor coverage. Yeah, we need a janitor down here. So we're going to copy paste the janitor. I'm going to stick a warehouse in here. Of course. Gonna need a door, so we'll do a door there, double door there. Or if we think about, we know we want to keep that door open because that's still the door, like a critical door for the janitor. It's not a particularly big one. Especially not that way. I think I might want to go like one wider. So another rung of crates on that back wall. Yeah, 1,000's not too bad. Something like that for the interior. And then what's the coverage? Hearth doesn't reach out there. Well doesn't reach out there. So we need a hearth, a well. Probably means the speaker doesn't. Yeah, the speaker's gonna have to get added as well. Oh, I'm starting to not have particularly great coverage on my guard posts. So I'm gonna need a couple more guard posts. assembly stage down there. Okay. Let's work on the basic stuff, which is the well, the speaker, and the hearth. At that awkward moment where it's like, I want to build this district to make more stone. What does this district cost? Stone. Trying to find any stone, any of the surface stone near my base so I can get them to pry it out of the ground so get some construction going. That's not an easy thing to do because apparently we've done a good look for it already. Clear the rocks, clear the rocks. I need more stone. And the rocks is where the stone comes from, unless it comes from a mine. And we want this so that the mine potentially become a thing. Now employ over 50 weavers. It's good. Oh, I suppose when I did that last upgrade, the hearths now cost fabric as well. That's possibly what's going on a little bit. My janitors may also be overworked a little bit. I'm gonna be bad. I'm gonna let another 60 in before we're at the housing, because I need them to build the housing. I need you to come in and build your own houses, please. That way I can prioritize the task. No, that's not there's an easy way at least. There is with industries. You can tell them to how much you want them to prioritize industries, right? That's what this is here. And same thing with tools, right? You can tell them how much tools to use. We're not at the moment. Well, not after accounting for above and beyond like normal stuff for the buildings. Got a lot of knowledge. Apparently I didn't. Well, now I'm thinking. I'm thinking of like, oh, I made a choice, and maybe I didn't make a choice, and I left that for a future me. Pick up the shrine upgrade. Could pick up the entertainment upgrade. A bunch of different upgrades that we could go with. We could go with the well upgrade, for example. Yeah, we'll get the hearths upgraded. We got 200 something innovation to invest. Yeah, bathhouses and massage parlors are apparently very hard to meet the needs of. Because what, it's like 2 people for every 20 in a bathhouse. I think we're technically getting a little bit better exchange ratio than that in practice. Right, it's 40 services at a time, which is, for our subjects, is being estimated to be like 160. So it's about 4 each. So for 1,000 people, or for 4,000 people, you need, well, actually, that's 2 workers for every 10, except times 4, so it's actually 2 for every 40, so it's about 20 for every 1. Divide 4,000 by 20, yeah, it's a lot of workers. I assume I'm getting a pretty heavy load here, not because that's the actual capacity, because if that's the actual capacity, I'd be plausible to sustain. Although that might be a situation where we've got delivery issues with the charcoal. Right, because this is estimating 15. Consumption of 15. I could see that being how many the thing is supposed to eat a day, and the thing isn't eating that much, obviously. Because 15 times 16 is not 240. Well, actually it is 240. Because it's four seasons, so that's 60, 4 seasons. Yeah, 240, okay. So this is consuming what it's supposed to. Yeah, maybe it just need a whole lot more bathhouses. Oh, this is also providing a health bonus. So that may be where it's coming from. It's underestimating how valuable the health bonus is, so they make you work for the health bonus. Okay, so you're going to obviously be a stone stockpile. Like 5 crates of stone. And then we probably want a little bit of everything we need for maintenance. So we need cut stone, furniture, fabric, pottery. We'll probably put other stuff down here, so metal. It's not frequently used gems. Wood, clay. The basic trifecta of food. Couple off stone to get the basic trifecta of food. Yeah, that's not too bad for that warehouse, I think. I invited people in, and they've all found jobs without building their houses. Expectations definitely did shoot up quite a bit. Okay, well, I think we're at a good place to go and put a part break in. We're hoping that this stone district comes online, although I probably need more houses down here. Because the stone district is going to eat up all the workers that, like, work in the mine, and then we need more housing for the people who are doing the supporting services. Is that, fruit I was seeing there? Yes, some fruit forage. Go ahead and designate the fruit forage for pickup. At some point we're going to start converting the fruit into booze. Although that's not what we're doing right now. So, this is where we're going to put a part break in. If you're watching on YouTube, we'll have another part up tomorrow. If you're watching on Twitch, Feel free to hang around. We're going to take a short break here so I can get up, stretch the legs, sip some tea, and then we'll be back to record another 3 parts. So until the next part, we're going to wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Catch you all in the next part, and bye for now.